then you.
Thank you very much, class. Por favor. How do you say thank you in Spanish?
Thank you.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Gracias. Muchas gracias, class.
Muchas gracias. Now do me
Now,
a
do you
favor.
want you have to?
Turn those upside down, because if it's a test, you want to turn it upside down, and you don't want to show yours, because if you can see it anywhere, you'll be, that'll just be your test.
Yeah.
And do you want to? I mean, can you splice things in here?
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to just say a bit about the film, a bit more about the film?
Okay. And we will be comparing this to a later film made in 1994 called Lords of Dogtown, which encompasses the years 1976 to approximately 1982. And the movie would be, I would think it was a straight ripoff because of the plot line and the characters. They each have four main characters, and each of the characters are quite comparable in a parallel way. Each of the characters can be matched up 1, 2, 3, 4 to another character in the film. Leroy, the masochist, can be matched up to a guy named Tony Alva. And the only reason I think it wasn't a straight ripoff is because Lords of Dogtown was a true story. And Leroy the masochist can be matched up to a character named Tony Alva, who was reckless. He never wore a helmet. He said, "I know how to crash. I don't need no helmet." And Jack Barlow can be matched up directly to a character named Stacy Peralta. He was a real-life skateboarder. He probably was the most competitive skateboarder in the movie. He competed in a lot of competitions, and that made him very straight. He made him a very straight-edge character because Tony Alva didn't like to compete in competitions. Stacy Peralta and Jack Barlow are the same because Jack Barlow was a lifeguard. He was very responsible, very straight edge. You noticed in the scene about the party, he was like, "I don't know about any party." And and the last character, Waxer, he died in Vietnam in the middle of this surfing movie. And he was perhaps the most wildest of all the characters. He died in Vietnam tragically, and the character in Lords of Dogtown that most resembles him is a character that sort of was like the whipping boy of the group. He didn't skateboard very well, but he was accepted in the group because he was a cool guy, and he ended up with a brain injury, a very serious brain injury. He ended up in a wheelchair and ended up dying.
Mr. Weissman?
Yes.
It's really hard for us to know because we haven't seen that one yet. Could you talk a little bit more about the one we just saw?
Yes, sure. These four characters all grow up together, and they fall. The main theme is how they fall in and out of friendship with each other during the timeline of the film. But the final scene, Big Wednesday, which is what the movie is of course called, is about the 20-foot swell that finally hits California. And these three guys, with the exception of the guy that died in Vietnam, are the only guys that go out, that dare to go out on Big Wednesday, with the exception of Jerry Lopez, who is a professional surfer from Hawaii. And everyone's looking at him like, "Hey, there's Lopez, man." And I believe it's Matt Johnson that almost drowns at the end kind of sums up the theme of friendship and bonds. And there's also a character named Bear, who's like the old salt of the sea, who owns a surfing shop, and he makes all the boards. And he turns into a drunk. And at the end of the film, a young man comes up to Bear, a young man about these guys' ages at the beginning of the film, comes up to Bear and he asks him, "Are you a surfer, man? Do you surf?" And Bear responds, "No, I'm just a garbage man."
Thank you.